Today we're going to go over how to alter your dashboard in the Kronos system. First thing you want to do is log into Kronos with the given credentials. When you first log in, this is what your dashboard will look like. There's a couple ways to change this dashboard to make it more seamless and more relevant to you as an employee. There are a couple ways to go about changing it. The first, you would go up to the top. You're able to change these widgets. So if I go to Edit Tabs and Domain Tabs, you can see which widgets are actually turned on. As you can see, there's some options for learning, for talent, benefits, schedule. But right now, I'm going to focus on a couple that are more pertinent to you in the field. One would be accrual, so we'll go ahead and leave that turned on. Time, we're going to turn off team. Schedule for now, we'll leave payroll, turn off benefits, HR, talent, turn that off, and learning. Once I hit save, the widgets will change up here, and they will show the individual widgets that I chose in the previous screen. As you come down here, you can actually see that there's an option to add widgets down here in your dashboard. As you can see to the right, these are the widgets that are currently showing on your dashboard when you log in. I'm going to leave these all here because I want to focus on each one of these widgets, but there's other widgets that you can add later. There's one for sticky notes that might be helpful. So let's go ahead and add that so you can see what happens when I do that. So when I hit add, you'll see all the widgets that were there before, but then you'll also see a sticky note where you can leave notes like anything pertinent for that day. When you log in, you will see that sticky note. You can edit it, clear it, change it, the function in any way. So the ones that I like to focus on as an employee, the first, you'll see a box that says announcements. If there's any information or pop-up, that notification that shows when you log in, you will be able to find that announcement here, and this is where we'll put important employee information for the company. And then if there's any type of attachment that we want to add, you will see it here under the paperclip. The center square on my dashboard is the clock. This is where you would clock in and out, so that should look familiar to everybody. My Pay will show you when you are paid next, and if you click any of these widgets, they will show you, but this is a test pilot, so it doesn't have any pay history. So they're all interactive. Missing punches, this is a new feature they've just added. As you can see, no data is displayed. That's good. That means there is no missing punches for this pay period, but if you did have a missed punch, it would display here. So that way, you know as an employee, you need to edit that time and speak to your manager. So that is definitely an option that is very helpful. The time, as you can see, I've kind of altered it in a way to show accrual PTO, but you're able to go into the gear here and you're able to display, and you have options. So let's go over each one of these. The first one, the pay period total, as you can see the asterisk, you're able to change that. The type, you can choose calculated or raw period time. You can do weekly or pay period. Let's go ahead and leave calculated. Then if you go down here, originally it would say vacation when you first log in, but we do not have vacation attribute. We have personal time off, or PTO. So you actually have to change that on your dashboard to show correctly. So where it says time off, you're actually going to go ahead and choose paid time off. So it pulls from your paid time off bucket. and you can see what you have currently accrued. Here is another option, a time-based entry, calculated per pay period. That's if you have extra pay. It should be pulling that extra pay if it were paid out in any way. Overtime, there's a label for that. I have to go to counters to do that. OT, you would select OT here. Pay period, we could do pay period and hit save. So after I've selected the parameters in this section, you can see that things have changed a bit. Again, this is a test manager, so they don't actually have hours worked to pull. This person has 100 hours of accrued PTO. But take your time, choose what's important to you, play with the system so you feel comfortable with it. But these will have to be edited per the employee to pull correct information. Another option that I want to show you, if you go up to your widgets in the dashboard, let's just say if you hit payroll. Payroll is going to pull those two reports that we were kind of talking about, your timesheet chart. If you had missed punches, it categorizes that. If you had punches, it will have how many hours you have per day. But again, this is a test person, so we don't have any clock in and out time available to look at. Under HR, takes a moment. You can go to the add button. You can add a widget if you choose. You could go ahead and add your announcements to that section so you can get quickly to it. There's a new feature called My Mailbox that will come into play this year. So it's good to know where to find that. You could put your sticky notes in that category if you chose, and you have to hit add and apply. And this should change the widget in your tabs. So while that's waiting, I'm going to go ahead and click. Sometimes the system freezes up. The best way to get it restarted per se is you can always hit the little tribute up in the left hand corner, and that brings you back to your home screen. So once you're back to the home screen, you may have to go back in just to see how things have changed. But again, we had added a couple things to accrual. So you can see, as you can see, it's here. You're able to request pay time off through that option. So when you do that, you would choose pay time off, which is already pre-selected. Start your request. Request type, you have an option to choose full days, multiple days, partial bulk, start and stop. What I would probably do if you are having multiple days during the week, you can only choose Monday to Friday. The reason for that is if you choose past a Friday, it will calculate the weekend. So you really need to have two requests if you're taking a long weekend that flows into a Monday. So on this request, I'm taking a full day, which is either paid out, it's paid out in 8 hours. You can add a comment like you typically do and submit your request to your manager. Submit anyway. Okay, so then you can kind of see how that's going to flow. If you want to do one day and request only one PTO day off, again, I would choose just one full day and the date. Let's just say we wanted to take that 14th off, which is that Monday, and I'd submit that request. So it's just an easier, quick way to go to request time off. And then you have your balance here. Payroll, again, it breaks it out by missing punches. HR, we have added a couple things, an announcement, the mailbox. So your mailbox will come into play when we focus on evaluations, but you could either select it here. You can go to your checklist on your widget, or you can go up to your bell in the right hand corner and it opens up your mailbox as well, and you can access any pertinent information here. And that is how you would set up your dashboard. Again, I encourage everyone to go into their dashboard so they're comfortable with it. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself or Kaylee in the HR department. Thank you very much.